What's going on? What's going on, boys? What's going on, boys? We got a quick stream today. You know what I'm saying? Quick stream today. Just my boxing talk. It's not too much to really talk about today, for real, for real. This is interesting. This is interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. This is the main thing. This is also interesting. Whoa. Whoa. Got me go. Got some interesting topics so far. Some really interesting stuff. Some interesting stuff. Very interesting. Alright, so okay, hold on. Quick stream today. Let's get in, let's get out. Frank Warren will have a private discussion with heavyweight Joe Joyce regarding his future in the sport. This is very interesting. Yeah, I think that Hergovich coming in on short notice. Yeah. Joe Joyce, you need to retire. You need to retire. Active, far active. Fight, yeah, it wasn't close at all. Joe needs to, yes, he needs to hang it up. He had a pretty, yeah, I think he had a pretty good career. I think it's time for Joe Joyce to hang it up, though. Respectfully. Vincent Feigenbutts to return with 2 fights in 5 days. What the hell? Former WBA interim and secondary super middleweight champion Vincent Feigenbutts returns after almost 2 years out with 2 fights in 5 days. This is crazy. Like, I remember Vincent Feigenbutts facing Caleb Plant. Yeah, 5 years ago. But damn, bro. Oh, that's honestly crazy. The comeback begins on April 26th in his hometown of Karlsruhe and continues on May 1st in Hamburg with opponents in both weight classes to be announced. Turn pro. He stopped. Yep. Pretty interesting. I like to see this. 5-year flash forward, your first look at the 2030 heavyweight rankings. This is interesting. This is very interesting. Because this is somebody's gonna try to predict how things are gonna look 5 years from now in the heavyweight division. So let's just take a look. He thinks that Moses Etam was gonna be number 1. Bako Deer Jalov is gonna be number 2. Number 3, Daniel Dubois. I don't know if Daniel Dubois is gonna stick around in the top 5 for that much longer. Neither do I think Richard Torres is gonna be up around that level. Danny Pero. Okay, I can respect that. Fabio Wardley. I can respect that. Jaya Pataya. Ajit Kaibayal. He may. Philip Hergovich. Hell no. Justice Honey. Okay. Yeah, all these guys will like retire. All these guys are old. Let's see what they have to say. Eric Raskin. Oh, Eric Raskin. Shout out to him. He seems to be Right, right. Yeah, Torres needs to go down. Stepping up major defensive holes on boot. On that note, it's bizarre. Apatai won't do anything at heavyweight. Honey, right. Warley's a British show. I think Itam is the real deal though. WBA removed fighter from rankings after complaint from British Boxing Board of Control. WBA have confirmed they will only sanction bouts. Oh, WBC orders Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda. The WBC on Monday commenced a 30-day negotiation period for lightweight title holder. An interim title holder is William Zepeda, while Shakur Stevenson is William Zepeda to strike a deal. Let's see. We got Shakur talking about 70-30 purse split. That's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'd love to see this fight happen. Can hardly wait to see the offers will be. Man, the offer's gonna be low. Shakur not gonna get too much money in my opinion. Anything over $50 is too much. They on Shakur ass, bro. I realistically think Shakur is going to be hit with a huge reality check if/when this goes to purse bid. Eddie knows exactly what Turkey offered, and he's not going to be willing to pay more than that because he'd rather have Turkey funded anyway. Oscar isn't going to go over it either because he's already satisfied with the price. I highly doubt it's going to get Top Rank or PBC joining for a price higher than Turkey. Best case, he gets essentially the same thing that was offered anyway. Worst case, he ends up getting less if Turkey decides to hold a grudge and not be willing to fund it anymore. And by a small bid, by Matchroom or Golden Boy wins. Alright. Anyway, WBA removed fighter from rankings after complaint from British Boxing Board of Control. The World Boxing Sports Association, otherwise known as the WBA, confirmed they will only sanction bouts in Britain that are governed by the BBBOC after objection from the National Commission in relation to the British and Irish Boxing Authority was filed at the WBA convention in December. The complaint was triggered by the promoter. Okay. This is interesting. Very confusing and very interesting. This is WBA story. I thought it was going to be something else, but anyway, Keyshawn Davis seeks new challenger after Edwin De Los Santos rejects final offer. Now I'm live, but what's going on YouTube? We're actually back with another video, and today we're getting news that Keyshawn Davis seeks a new challenger after Edwin De Los Santos rejects the final offer. Now, we know Keyshawn Davis and Edwin De Los Santos have been talking on social media. We know they've been talking a lot about a potential fight that could be made. And it was a pretty good fight in everybody's eyes, as you know, Edwin De Los Santos coming back from blood clots. He's been posting videos on social media and whatnot. The only thing that I didn't really like about this fight was that, first off, Edwin De Los Santos has not fought at 100. Oh, no, never mind. Edwin De Los Santos is coming off of a loss. That's the problem here. You know what I mean? That's the main problem here. You know, and for him to come back after a year and a half and just jump straight into a title shot, that just kind of, you know what I mean? That just kind of rubs me the wrong way, in my opinion. But hey, this is still a good fight, you know, because Edwin De Los Santos can pop, and Keyshawn Davis will sit there and, you know, throw with you. So hey, it's, you know, it's gonna be a good fight. But anyway, let's read the article. Keyshawn Davis is back on the hunt for a title challenger. Boxing scene has learned that Edwin De Los Santos is no longer in the running. Okay. June 7th in Davis' hometown, Norfolk, Virginia. Okay, so they looked. So De Los Santos team is looking for more money, and this right here just sucks. You know what I mean? Because like as the article states, the fallout comes just a week after all signs pointing towards an agreement in place for Davis's first title defense. It was looking like it was gonna be a top rank fight. You know what I mean? But I'm just gonna get they wanted more money and they pretty much outpriced themselves out of this fight. I mean, yeah, I was impressed that Keyshawn Davis was taking the fight too. You know what I mean? Um, I think that I think that this is showing a lot about Keyshawn Davis's character. For no doubt about it, this is showing a lot about his character. This is showing a lot about Keyshawn Davis as a fighter in general. You know what I mean? Because for him to jump into a fight like this, you know what I mean? With Edwin De Los Santos being ducked by, some other people, that's showing me that he's not scared to fight anyone. You know what I mean? Um, so in my opinion, this is showing a lot about Keyshawn Davis. This is showing that he's what we want to see in boxing in terms of champions. So I love to see this, but it sucks that De Los Santos pretty much outpriced himself out of the fight, which will be considered ducking. You know what I mean? Um, However, let's take a look at who we could potentially have next for Keyshawn Davis. Let's take a look at the WBO rankings. Lightweight. And we have Okay, I think Raymond Muratala should get the title shot next, in my honest opinion. Dennis Berinchuk, he already beat him. Abdullah Mason being ranked this high, that's pretty surprising. Andy Cruz ranked at number 10. De Los Santos ranked at 13. Justin Pardo, I wouldn't mind seeing that, but honestly, it should be Raymond Muratala because I don't even think he has a fight coming up. He's ranked number 6 in the ring, ranked number 1 in the WBO, obviously, we just went over, and he's ranked number 4 in the IBF. So I truly think that Muratala should be getting the fight. Ooh, but he will be facing the number 3 contender for the IBF interim title. So it seems that he's going to IBF for us. So in that case, I would love to see Justin Pardo to face him. Or obviously, everybody wants to see Andy Cruz. I don't think they're going to do that just yet. Abdullah Mason, in a perfect world, we get that fight. But as we know, the boxing world isn't perfect. What I expect to happen is somebody to randomly be put up in the rankings in the top 15, replace one of these guys, and Keyshawn Davis is going to face them. It's going to be something that we are very, very unsatisfied with as boxing fans, but it's something that we learn how to accept as boxing fans. So